Hello YouTube, I wanted to show you a really old video, or not video, but an old image of the Ashley area, 1940s, which is right here where I have the mouse pointer, using a Penn Pilot, or as it's titled, a historic aerial viewer. But here's the downloaded image. Really cool. It don't look that good till you zoom in. So let's zoom in and take a look at this puppy. This, by the way, is 309 coming down the mountain. I guess this would be considered Knopfscott Mountain right here. You can see the wicked turns 309 took as it came down. It made a sharp left, sharp right, and then down in through. This right here is that old plane that was owned by some kind of a New Jersey company, the one that went up the mountain. I'm not sure what that was used for. Was that strictly for passenger service or what? I have no idea. There is not much information about that. But here's what's really cool. Right at the end of that plane where it comes down and joins all these railroads. Look at this humongous, and I mean humongous, roundhouse that was down here in Ashley. Massive, huh? Look at the buildings here. I love it. I love looking at these old images. They're amazing. And then just kind of like a little bit, what do you want to say, southwest of that old turntable, because it doesn't exist anymore. That's all erased. Here's the old blue coal breaker. I'm not sure what it was called at that time. It might have had a different name. But yeah, that's the main part of that blue coal breaker at that time. Most of that's ripped down in today's day and age. But check this out. Just to the slightly to the west and slightly to the south of that. Look at the extensive train yards that were here. You see all these black dots? They're all shadows of one end of a coal car. Look at the yard. I mean, to take a guess, let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 10, 15 tracks, probably more. Because some of these, I see lines, some of these aren't even occupied. I can see the lines in the image. So this had to be a 20 plus track yard next to that breaker at that time. That's amazing, isn't it? I said I love old imagery. Looking at all this old stuff. You know, I said that roundhouse, I never knew that was there. Humongous. And even over here, look at the yards. I would guess 5 to 8 tracks here. And then there's a huge building here, probably a train shop or a locomotive shop. And then big shops over here too. You know, yeah. I said I love this kind of stuff. I kind of like. I wish I was a historian or something. But yeah, this is the Ashley area back in the day. I says, and coming down the mountain, that's 309. Really cool stuff. And again, if I didn't mention this again, this is a 1939 image of Wilkes-Barre and that at that time, and even at that time too. You get they still had fields here, like they look like farmers' fields. I mean, I don't know what else they could have been. See that? These are all like farmers' fields at that time. And yeah, that's definitely a cemetery. Right there. Yeah, definitely a cemetery there. That cemetery is still there, by the way, of course. It's that huge one that's just to the west of Wilkes-Barre. But yeah, that is something, these old images here. I love it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again later. Bye-bye. Well, YouTube, I was trying to find a name for this roundhouse. Unfortunately, all I can find is this right here. W. W. Cook. And I found that on other maps as well. But yeah, that's the roundhouse in Ashley, a surface map. Closest street, I guess, would be Ross. I don't know if that still holds true till today, but the beauty about this is, with mind maps, is you go over here to the sidebar, you could fade the current map out to what's underneath, like a layer. So we could fade this out. That's where the roundhouse was. And that's what's there today. I'm not sure if that's called Ross. I can double check that, maybe. If we go down here to base map. Let's try streets. Yeah. It's still the same street. Right there. It's called Ross. That's cool. It's still loading, but yeah. So yeah, like the closest street's Ross Street. Ross, and then the borderline street's called Cemetery Street. Yeah, so, and I said I can pull that old image right back in on top of this current image. As soon as it gets done loading, of course. This is the only thing I don't like about this site. It takes so long to load. So let's go back over here and pull this bar over and see what happens. Watch the magic begin. And behold, the roundhouse is there. Fade it in and out. Isn't that cool? Yep. This is Pennsylvania Mind Map Index. I love the site. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.